Well, I lost a colony. So I had six, went through spring and summer very strong. This was my biggest colony going into summer and produced a lot of honey, built up, was doing great, had an exceptional population. And probably over the course of the last 6 weeks, something happened. My guess is, and this is, you can still see some bees. I had to bring all the equipment out here because there were some robbing. There was some robbing going on when I was taking it apart and looking at all the frames, and it looked like there was a laying worker, which is, that can happen when there's a period of time without a queen. The workers start laying, unfertilized eggs, and you get a lot of drones or male bees, and we can't have that. So now I've got to take all this equipment in. I freeze frames. I usually freeze the frames for a few days at least to kill anything. And I noticed some small hive beetles that were hanging around on the frames um, before I store them up for winter. But yeah, it's really sad. I always get sad if I lose a colony. And, 9 times out of 10, it was something I could have done. I mean, we tried the best we can to keep them alive. And I think in June, I had marked this frame right here. I don't know if you can tell. It's got a QC, which means queen cell. This frame actually had a queen cell on it, which means they were trying to make another queen. And I remember thinking at the time, that was very, very strange because, it was summer and they don't usually do that once they're kind of hunkered down after spring. It was a huge colony. I thought, what in the world are they building a queen cell for? Well, now I know. More than likely, they were trying to replace the queen. And that just goes to show you that bees know best. They know what they're doing. I should have left them alone. I should have let the queen cells stay in there, but I destroyed it. And you can see this has already got wax moth cocoons. They like to lay cocoons in there when there haven't been any bees occupying the frames for a while. You can see these lines of. I definitely have to freeze this frame and kill anything that might be living deep in those combs. See that moth? That's a wax moth. And they will make a mess of a colony if you don't take care of it. And the bees population is not big enough to survive and take care of it. That was probably the old queen cell. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly where it was. But, it was one of those things that I just thought, was odd at the time. But we live and we learn, and as beekeepers, we do the best that we can. So I'm going to clean all this up, freeze the frames, and just chalk it up to beekeeper error partly, and just something that happens, and we try to do better.